Hello, hi, and welcome to Halloween Readings Friends. I realized that I haven't been live since I kind of redecorated my room, so you guys haven't seen the lights yet. So, yeah, here it is. The lights. I was just choosing what I was going to do for this because you can change it for different things, and I figured the red matched the aesthetic, very festive, matches my shirt. As you can see on my name, I am Bloody Mabel. If you don't know what that is, it's Mabel Mora from Only Murders in the Building. So yeah, that was my costume today. I am wearing the skirt that she wears. Like I posted a whole reel on my Instagram, uh, but I am currently wearing sweatpants because my house is so cold right now. So yeah, I did post a that's the trick or treaters, and I'm not going down. My parents are handing out candy, but you might hear that ring bell, the doorbell, because obviously there's trick or treaters around. I handed out candy a couple times today, which is more than we've ever gotten like any other years. We like barely ever get trick or treaters. But yeah, like I was saying, I am Bloody Mabel, Mabel Mora from Only Murders in the Building. I'm wearing the skirt and stuff, but I am wearing sweatpants right now because it's so cold in my house currently. It's supposed to snow tonight here in Cleveland. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah. Um, some people noticed who I was at work, so that was exciting. Some people recognized my outfit, so that was cool. But yeah, let me know if you guys dressed up today. It was actually like one of the best Halloweens I've had in a while. I haven't really had like chances to dress up in the past and like be really creative with my costume. I think like last year or the year before that, I was like a stupid Playboy bunny because I was so last minute. I was invited so last minute. Um, and yeah, so this is the first year I feel like I've done like a cool Halloween costume that I really, really liked. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you guys dressed up today. Let me know if you're going to be reading and what you're reading currently. I am currently reading, which is very on theme, festive, Suddenly a Murder by Lauren Munoz. This is a murder mystery set in like this mansion. Um, it's not set in the 1920s, but it has those vibes because the group of students that are in this mansion are pretending like it's the 1920s. So, yeah, it's pretty festive for today. Let me know if you guys like this vibe in my room or if it's too much. Hi. I am listening to When I'm Dead and handing out Halloween candy. Nice. Yeah, my parents are doing that now because I'm up here. But later during a sprint, if I hear the doorbell, I might go down. Um, Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, I'm currently reading Suddenly a Murder. I am almost done with it. So if I get to pick up something else, I have two other books with me. I have The Couple at Number 9, excuse me, and Artie and the Wolf Moon. So depending on how I feel and if I finish Suddenly a Murder, I will pick something else up. Let's see here. Hey, I'm playing Animal Crossing and will probably listen to some more Twilight. Oh, you're reading Twilight. I'm assuming it's not your first time, but it could be. Um, Fun. That is so festive, and I would love to read Twilight during Halloween. I reread Twilight like recently-ish, like a year ago now. I should probably continue that reread and read New Moon because New Moon was always my favorite. So I should probably reread that soon. I feel like I need a comfort read, so I feel like New Moon would be a great comfort read. Hello, I'll be here on and off. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Sean. I know Sean is currently out and about. He is dressed up and he sent me a picture. So if you have the chance when you get home and you want to pop on and say hi to the people and show us your costume, you're more than welcome to. Hello, I dressed up as a princess. Cutie. We just got a Princess Peach and Mario earlier. It was really, really cute. Love your costume. Thank you. I did this last night and I had like a fan on it so it would dry on time. It's definitely dry. I thrifted this sweater and like I was okay with it getting ruined. I'm pretty sure I'm not even gonna try to save this. Like I'm not gonna try to wash it because I feel like I don't know how this blood stuff works and I don't know if it'll stain something else. So I'm just gonna go the safe route and just get rid of this sweater. But yeah. So I was in between this costume. I changed it last minute. Like last minute I was like, "Oh, I want to do Mabel because I love Only Murders and I feel like I never do like a character that I really really love." And then I saw the coolest Halloween costumes. I've always wanted to do the 13 going on 30, but that wasn't really appropriate for work cuz it's like a mini dress and it has like the little hole right here. So that wasn't really appropriate for work, but if I ever get invited to a Halloween party in the future, I'm going to do 13 going on 30. But I did see someone with the Princess Diaries costume with like the sunglasses and tiara um and the headphones and like the strapless dress, and I thought that looked so cool, so I'm keeping that in the back of my mind for future Halloweens. I want to be what's her name? Princess Mia or something from the Princess Diaries. I will definitely be doing that in the future. But yeah, I've had Mabel on my list for a long time. I've been wanting to do her outfit from season one, which was like the yellow and orange fit, but that I would have to buy a lot of stuff for. And this, I just had to get the sweater and the blood. Everything else I pretty much owned, and people got it. So I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, I changed it last minute and decided to do this. But before that, I was actually gonna do Beauty Belle from Beauty and the Beast. You can't see it, but the dress was back there. It was like a blue, it was the blue Belle costume. So I had the blue dress, the little apron, the shirt, and like I had a bow and everything. But I was like, I wanna look cool. So I did this instead. I am not reading right now, but I'm watching The Exorcist. Very, very fun. Well, I mean, today's Halloween. I should have watched a Halloween movie today, but I didn't. I'm going to be reading instead. But I do want to find like a good Halloween movie that I haven't watched yet. I just watched Seriously Killer, I believe it's called, or like Really Killer or something like that. It's with Kiernan Shipka. She played Sabrina in Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And it was a scary movie, but it was funny too. And I love those type of movies, like Happy Death Day and like Scream and all that. Um, so yeah, I watched that one recently and I really liked it. I've been recommended the movie called Talk to Me, but I that looks scary, scary. So I have to watch it during the daytime. But yeah, maybe I'll try to watch like a scary movie tomorrow or something. It's still spooky season. I loved my costume this year. I liked it too. It was a lot of fun. I know that you love that movie franchise a lot. I'm not saying it just in case you want to like reveal it or something. Hello. I dressed up on the weekend for a party and I was Mia from the Evil Dead remake. My boyfriend was Ash from the original. Very cute. I love that. I also dressed up kind of this weekend. Me and my friends went to Taylor Ween, which is a Taylor Swift dance party for Halloween, and everyone was dressed up as the Eras. I was dressed up as 1989. I had like the little white set that she wears on tour that she wore on the 1989 tour. So yeah, it was fun. We had a blast. I am reading The Troop. Oh god, that book was not for me. The Troop by Nick Cutter. I hope you're enjoying it. That was not for me. Hey, Jessica. I just finished None of This Is True. I thought you just started that. What? I thought you just started that. I currently have a poll. Yes, I voted. Excuse me. Okay, I got like a random text and I was like, what the hell? I think I definitely voted on yours, Jess. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I voted and on both of my accounts. I voted for the Drowning Woman because I wanted you to keep it spooky for tonight. um, but yeah, everyone go vote for the Drowning Woman on Jess's Bookstagram. I don't know which is winning because I'm playing with Esme and her Magnetiles? What's that? I can tell you which one is winning. The Drowning Woman is winning. Yeah, it's definitely you're definitely picking up The Drowning Woman. It's 80%, and The Unmaking of June Farrow has 20. So you're definitely picking up The Drowning Woman tonight by Robin Harden. I hadn't heard of it, but it looks spooky, and I figured it's Halloween. You gotta read it tonight. It is my first time reading it. I watched the Twilight movies when they came out. Very nice. Oop. Home now. Yay! Sean told me that he was out drinking, and I forget that in Ireland it's like different age age drinking wise. And yeah, I thought it was so funny. I was like, "What?" Hey, Shiny, how are you? Yes, you're in Australia. My really close friend, her name's Monse. She's going to Sydney all of December because her sister lives in Sydney. I forget where you're at. I know that Australia is huge, but yeah, my friend, not my friend Sharni, my friend Monse will be in Australia all of December, which is really really cool. Happy Halloween though. Did Kian dress up at all? I don't know if that's like a big thing in Australia. I was actually talking about this with some of my coworkers because Halloween is not that big in Puerto Rico, so I don't have like the stories like everyone has when they were little and like they went trick or treating and like and all this stuff. Like I never really did that, not in the same way that it's here. Like here, it's like a really big deal. Um, it was never like that in Puerto Rico, so I don't know if it's a big deal in Australia. But yeah, I hope Kian got to dress up as something cool. No reading for me tomorrow. I have an assignment due for college. Oh no. Gosh, I don't miss school at all. I mean, I liked school and sometimes I want to go back, but like the pressure of like homework and tests and all of that, plus having a job and all that, is just a lot. Next year, I'm considering being Jacob Black. Can we do like a group costume? Like I'll be Bella or something. I don't know. I've never seen like Halloween Twilight group costumes because then we could have Esme be something. She could be like the creepy Renesmee doll. Twilight group costume. If you were Jacob, I could be Bella. Excuse me, I don't want to do that right now. Okay. Twilight group costume. I don't see any like I feel like that would be hard because I feel like they just wear like regular clothes. I don't know. Twilight group costume Jacob Black. I'm already planning for next year. Oh my god, at my job today, there was a costume contest and there was a group costume and everyone for a specific department, they all dressed up like their boss and they all printed out name tags that said like the name of their boss and they all dressed like him and it was so funny. It was the best. It was definitely the best costume. I guess Twilight would be like a hard costume. I feel like the only iconic like outfit from Twilight, it's the Bella like prom dress from the first movie, like the blue dress with the Converses, you know. But yeah, I feel like that would be hard. I mean, Jacob might be different, like if you get the tattoo and all that. But yeah. I think the troop is also not for me. Yeah, it was not for me. I did not like it. Yes, it's legal. Yeah, I forget that it's legal over there and not here in the United States of America. Here's 21, and you told me that you were gonna go out, and I was like, huh? I am near Sydney. December will be so hot here, so I hope your friend is ready. My friend Mon says she's from Mexico, so I think she'll be okay. Yeah, she's from Mexico, so I think she'll be okay. I think she gets it. And yeah, Australia is big, but Sydney is a big main city. Cute. I would love to go someday. That would be cool. Halloween isn't really big here. We had to go to a specific suburb that I knew had houses that decorate and do candy so Kian could go trick or treating. Yeah, like that's kind of the same in Puerto Rico. It's like specific areas, but I never really like it wasn't like a thing like every year for me or anything like that. Like the way that it is here in the United States, like it's so different. Um but yeah, I love it though. I enjoy it, but I don't get to go trick or treating like everyone else. We painted our faces so we were skeletons because last year we were too hot and Kian didn't want to wear his costume. Yeah. How old is Kian now? I feel like what he's like 3 or 4. I forget. I know. Yeah, he's in that age range. I feel like, but I forget how old he is. Oh yeah, if she's from Mexico, she's good then. Yeah. Yeah, she's from Mexico. And so is her sister that she lives there now. I don't know how she ended up in Sydney, Australia, but she was there and then she met someone and now she just lives there in Australia. So, yeah, which is just so wild and random. Being from Mexico and then just ended up in Australia. Yeah, he just turned 3 in July. Beautiful. Yeah, I think you're the same. Keen's the same as like Esme here because she's turning 3 in December. Yes, December. I am so bad with birthdays. Like I pretty much always can kind of remember the month that people were born, but never the exact date. It's really hard. If it's not my birthday, I don't remember. All right. Well, we can do a sprint. We can do like 40 minutes to start. And yeah, it'll be a great time. Like I said, I'm probably gonna start off with Suddenly a Murder, and I'm actually probably headed downstairs and I'm gonna grab a snack, and then I'm gonna keep reading Suddenly a Murder. Like I said, I'll start off with a 40-minute sprint if that's cool. I have this cute Halloween ambiance for us tonight. Um, and yeah, we'll read for 40 and then I'll be back. All right. Hi, friends. Sorry about that. I was just literally, I had like one more paragraph to finish this book, so I just finished Suddenly Murder. I'm going to be giving this. I was actually like rating it as I was finishing this up because the twist happened and I was not expecting that. And I was actually pretty surprised for like, excuse me, a young adult mystery. I really enjoyed it. Excuse me. So I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, it's basically about this like group of friends from high school and they just graduated and to celebrate graduation. They're all very rich and one of them decides that they're going to go on this like holiday to this like mansion and they're going to pretend like they're in their 1920s. Um so they all like don't have their phones and they dress up and all this stuff and one of them ends up dead and yeah, it was really interesting and it's really short. It's like 300 pages long. It took me forever to read just because I've been on a reading slump, but I finished it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I thought it would be like a regular like 3 stars. I thought I would like it, but it wasn't going to be anything crazy, but I actually really enjoyed it. So yeah, I finished a book. Would you like to see? But anyway, so now I don't know what I want to read because I'm in a reading slump. So like I don't want to force myself to read anything that I don't want to read. But in front of me, I have The Couple at number 9, and then I have Artie and the Wolf Moon. I may start one of these and see how I feel. The month of October, I've been picking up a lot of stuff and just putting it down because I'm just not feeling it. So yeah, I still haven't even done my November TBR video because like I just don't know what I want to read. So like I'm just definitely going to be mood reading a lot because I don't want to force myself to read anything. Next month, I know the only book that I have to read is The Haunting of Alejandra, because it's for book club. So I have to read this for sure. And then there's another book club that I'm trying to join. So I have to read the latest John Green book. I forget what that book's called. But as of right now, those are like the only 2 books that I have to read in November for book clubs. So yeah. Oh, let me update my Goodreads. I finished Suddenly Murder, so let me add that. It's always so satisfying adding when you finish a book on Goodreads. This is my, let's see how many books I've read this year. 105. I already reached my 100 books for the year goal, so like I'm not too stressed out about like the reading slump and the rest of the year because now I have 2 months to read as much as I can and we'll see. I think last year, let's see how many books I read last year. Last year I read 118, so I almost read 120 books. So we'll see if that happens this year. 120. That's a lot. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm 105, so that's like what, 15 more books? So I guess like 15 books in 2 months. I don't know. That's kind of feasible, but like, am I gonna do it? Probably not. But yeah, let me know what you're reading. Let me know how much you read and everything. Oh my god, what was that noise? Jesus. But yeah, I might be picking this up next. A Couple at number 9. My friend Mel got me this for my birthday. So yeah, I'm excited to jump into it. Let's see how long. Oh, it's a pretty short one. Well, it's almost 400 pages long. But yeah, I figured for spooky season, I don't even know what it's about, but my friend gave it to me and she said that it was really interesting. So in the front here it says it was the house of their dreams until the bodies were found. Oh, maybe I will read this. That does sound fun. The victims, the investigation, the witness, the killer, the truth. Interesting. And then I have this graphic novel called Artie and the Wolf Moon. I thought if I wanted something like supernatural, werewolf, Halloweenish, I could pick this up. The art looks really cool, and maybe I'll read it. Who knows? It's by Olivia Stevens. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments which one I should pick up first during the next sprint. I wanted to share with you all that my friend Jess sent me a picture of of a Twilight Halloween costume of Jacob Black. And I was dying. I was like, stop it right now. So if you want to be Jacob Black next year, all you have to do is wear cargo shorts, some beat up sneakers, and have long hair or a long wig, black, like Jacob Black. So I just thought that was hilarious. Six pack not included. Yeah, I just thought that was so funny. I'm going book shopping this Saturday with my friend Megan. It'll be our first time meeting in person. So we met online recently. She listens to podcasts that I love, and she does too. And like, she knows the lore on this podcast. And I haven't met anyone that like is fully committed to the podcast the same way that I am. And she lives near me, and she's also a reader. So we're meeting up for the first time Saturday. She just got engaged. And yeah, I'm excited to make a new friend. But yeah, I'm going book shopping this Saturday. Barnes and Noble, most likely, because I have a gift card still from my birthday, if you can believe it. It's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks since my birthday now, and I still have a Barnes and Noble gift card. The fact that that's still around is like insane. Like I thought that would be gone by like the next week. But she's still there. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since my birthday. One, two, one, two. Oh no. Wait, what? One? This is 1 week. This is two. Oh yeah, it's been 3 weeks since my birthday. It's still around. Whoa. It isn't it wild that tomorrow is November? That is so crazy. It's been a hard fall, and I feel like everyone's kind of going through it. I've definitely been going through it recently. It's been hard. Jess, if she's still here, she knows I was at her house crying on Friday. I had a panic attack on Friday, and I didn't know who to call, so I called her, and she was like, "I'm about to be home, come over." And she's just the best at like distracting me and like helping me and stuff, but it's been a crazy whirlwind of a year. It was a really hard year, to be honest. I didn't realize until like more recently. Like I've just been sad more recently, but I didn't realize how hard of a year it was for me and how much anxiety and like how sad I was this year until like things recently happened. I did get to do some really fun stuff, and I was very happy at points in my life. Like I recently went to Tampa, and like someone recently, I was having like a hard time, and someone recently was like, think of like the one moment recently they were extremely happy, and the first thought that came into my head was when I was in Tampa. I was alone one night and I went out by myself. Um and yeah, it was just a great night. I don't even know if anyone's listening to this, but um yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year. Yeah, good things have happened, of course. I went to London and Scotland, and then I went to Tampa. Um, I am really looking forward to the end of the year. I will be in Florida, not this coming Friday, but the next Friday. I'll be in Florida, Orlando, and I'll be with the little ones, and we're gonna go to Disney, and I'm so excited to just create memories with them and my family. And then the weekend of Thanksgiving, again, I'm gonna be in Florida. Once again, I was just in Tampa. I feel like every other week I'm in Florida now. But the week after that, I'm gonna be in Florida again for Thanksgiving. And I get to see my grandma, and my grandma doesn't know that I'm coming, and it's gonna be a surprise. And I'm going with my mom. So I'm spending Thanksgiving with some of my family, and I haven't really seen my family in a while. So I'm excited for the end of the year, because I feel like I'm going to be making a lot of new memories with my family, and I think that's really important with like the year that I had was just so hard, and like I was just so anxious all of the time. And like I'm still having not a great time. Like I'm okay, and I know I'm going to be fine. I don't have as much anxiety, but I do obviously like have stuff going on. Um, but yeah, therapy has been great. Healing, self love podcast and stuff. I've been putting in a lot of work in me and it's a lot, but yeah, I'm manifesting great things. I'm like, I really want like a big, big change in my life, like a 180. I don't like, I want to say it, but I don't want to because I don't want to jinx anything. But like, I want to move out of Cleveland and like just move by myself somewhere. Um, but I don't know if that'll happen because, like, I have my job now at Overdrive and I love it so much there. And I wish I could do that job remotely from anywhere. But, like, right now, I just want, like, a really big change in my life. Um, and I don't know what that is, but I'm manifesting really great things for 2023. Because I've been putting a lot of goddamn work on me. And yeah, I've been journaling every day. I listen to my podcasts. I've been going to therapy weekly now because someone's son decided not to go to therapy and not be a good human. But I was like listening. Well, my therapist was also telling me that, like, when people decide like to do bad things and they're not great people, that is just such a huge reflection on them and not on you. And you just have to let go of taking things personally, which is really hard for me. I take everything personally. Like, I just always think it's my fault. And I've had to learn like a lot recently, that it has nothing to do with me. Like, I think I'm a really good person. I try to be really kind and I am very loving, and that's not something bad. And the fact that people are not great people, it's not my fault, and it is a reflection on themselves. And yeah, but I don't know why I just ranted about that. I don't know. Anyway, Hannah, hey. I'm starting Holly by Stephen King tonight. That's very festive, Stephen King. Horror King. He's not my horror king, but I hope you're enjoying it. I've read only one Stephen King in my entire life, which was Mystery, and it was okay. I just think Stephen King's writing is not for me. Point blank, period. Update 34% and showered. Nice. If anyone missed it or just joined, I just finished Suddenly a Murder by Laura Munoz. I read the last like 5 chapters during the first sprint. So that's what I read. And most likely going to be picking up the couple at number 9 next. All right. And let's see. Hello, I just finished City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. Is that V. Schwab, right? To be completely honest with you, I don't know if I've ever read a Victoria Schwab. Have I? She's been around for so long. I feel like she's another author that it's like Cassandra Clare that like everyone loves and I just can't vibe. Like, I cannot vibe. Everyone loves City of Bones. I tried it so many times. Everyone loves Cassandra Clare. Everyone loves V. Schwab. Oh, I lied. I have read one not Cassandra. I have read one V. Schwab book before, and that was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I thought that book was so overhyped. It was not for me at the time in my life. Because I feel like it's very similar now that I'm thinking about it to Divine Rivals. But Divine Rivals was just like so beautifully written. Not that The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is not. I just think also with the plot of like the World War, or the war in Divine Rivals and like the romance and everything, it was just more up my alley. But The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and Divine Rivals have very similar vibes. But yeah, I don't know why V. Schwab is just another one that I feel like it's not for me. But also, I've only read one book by her. I've only read The Invisible Life. So I have to read something else. And I've heard great things about Vicious. which I think it's like a superhero villain type of book, and I've heard great things about Darker Shade of Magic, and she has a ton of books. And I've heard great things, but I also heard great things about The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I did not vibe, but maybe that's my fault. I just realized my lights turned off. Let me turn them back on. They're right here. Let's see. There you go. I realized they turned off. And also, I think some of you missed it that I was choosing my lights over here, the red. I didn't know what color to do, but if you want me to change the color, let me know. I can do any color. I'm still here. Hey, I just put Esme down for bed. I started The Drowning Woman, and I don't think this is a thriller. The Drowning Woman. Hold up. Let's see. Oh, that's the one I voted for? Damn it. I was trying to give you something festive. The Drowning Woman. Let's see what it is. It says it's thriller, mystery, thriller, fiction, audiobook, suspense. Seems like it is a thriller, but I don't know. A twisted story of friendship, retribution, and betrayal about a homeless woman fleeing a dangerous past and the wealthy society wife she saves from drowning, who pulls her into a dark. Ooh, I love books like this. I read recently Stone Cold Fox, and I love that book. I love books about like the like wealthy families and someone trying to like infiltrate into their life, or kind of like a con situation. I added it to my list, guys. Of course I did. Why would I do that? Interesting. The Drowning Woman. Do you own it? Or are you doing audiobook, Jess? It seems like it is Mr. Thriller. Also, maybe when I go shopping, it reminded me of it because of the word drowning, but I keep seeing A Study in Drowning everywhere. Let's see. A Study in Drowning. It's a fantasy YA romance gothic. It looks cool. I hope it's good. I've heard amazing things about this book. A Study in Drowning. Maybe I'll buy this one when I go out shopping next week. We'll see about that. Sorry, girl, it happens to all of us. Last year was my hard year. Hell yeah, I know that it was, Sharni. Trust me. It's definitely not the same situation, but like romantically, I guess it's the same situation. Hope things start looking up for you now. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Sometimes a big move does help to refresh everything. Yeah, and I've always been really independent, and I've lived not at home before, but I had roommates, and then I lived with like a significant other. And but I lived with a significant other, but he was like out of the house so often that it felt like I lived alone sometimes. And I think about moving out, but I think about moving, but somewhere specific that I don't want to say because I don't want to jinx things, and like I would want it to be, but it's somewhere specific that you don't really like. It's kind of known that you don't need a car, and I feel like that's because like right now moving out, it's kind of hard for me because of like how much I make, and student loans, and then I also got a new car recently, so it would be a lot. I could do it, but it would be a lot. Um so I feel like if I were to move somewhere, it would be because I'm getting paid more, plus I would probably sell my car. Um and yeah, I feel like I'm manifesting it, and I feel like it would happen. Like, how cool would it be to just be like, I am moving out of state? Like, how cool would that be? Even if it's just for like a year or something. Like, who knows? Who the fuck knows? Like, I'm just like at a point that I'm like, there's nothing really holding me back. And I feel like in the past, I've always been a relationship girly, and I'm always like from relationship to relationship to, and I am not doing that again. Thank you very much. I yeah, no. And I just feel like I've always been in a relationship, and it's held me back with like I don't know, like applying for a job somewhere else and like moving somewhere else because I was in a relationship, and I just get so invested, and I never saw like a job being more important than a relationship. Like I'd never wanted to break up with someone because I was moving away. So I feel like now is like the perfect time. Like, I'm 25, like I'm still pretty young, and I'm not really like tied down to anything here. Well, the only thing that scares me about moving completely is making friends, because I feel like with friends wise, like right now I feel like at a good point in my life that I've made a good amount of friends, which I didn't before feel like that. And if I were to move somewhere else, I feel like I'd have to start all over in that aspect. Like, of course, I would still have my friends in Cleveland, um, but you want to have friends where you live. Like, it's just you want to hang out with people like in real life and not feel lonely. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah. I understand the hard year. I lost my wait, whoa. I don't know why I just said husband. I lost my dad and my job in the span of 3 months. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Getting ready to start a new job, but it has been rough for sure. Well, I'm so glad that you have a job now. I hope you like it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'm so sorry. Sometimes I feel like so annoying, like complaining about like what I'm going through. Like, heartbreak is real, but like in the scope of things, like this is gonna sound crazy, but like in the scope of things, like what's going on in the world, and like Palestine and Gaza and all of that, Israeli, all that stuff that's going on over there, like you sit down and you look at your problems that seem so big, and they're not. They're so fucking little compared to what other people are going through in the world. And that's not like dismissing anyone's problems, but like, and you shouldn't really compare your like what you're going through to someone else's, but like sometimes I feel so silly like coming on here and just like complaining about like I had a hard week when people have lost loved ones or their job. And like I'm very lucky in that I have my mom, and I have my stepdad, and I have a job that I love. But we all go through different things. Um, but yeah, I mean, like and like I said, it sounds crazy that I was having like, I guess I was just more of like these issues shouldn't matter because like there's so many fucked up things going on in the world, and like there are literal children that are dying because of war and bombs, and like who cares about your heart being broken right now? Like it doesn't matter. um and over time you'll be fine, and those people like you know there's people that are dying, like how Kim Kardashian said, like, or no, what's her name, Courtney Kardashian said, like, Kim, there's people that are dying, like, relax, like, Naomi, you don't need to be so like crying over a boy, a mid boy. Yeah, well, let me not say that, because let me not speak ill of people. But anyway, so sorry again for everything that you're going through. Yes. Hi, finally was able to hop on. So glad you're doing this. Also, I'm obsessed with your costume. Thank you, love. Also, yours, were you the little frog? I believe you were. Let me check again. I just saw so many cool costumes. There was a lot of costumes this year that were very, very niche, and I love that. I like truly, really, like, really, really love that. I saw. Hold on. You were the frog, weren't you? Yes, you were. Cutie. Look at you, cutie. um, yes, but I follow this girl. Oh my god. Her name's Meg, I believe. Megan Rinks. She's like a big YouTuber, and her costume, if you've ever seen that meme of Dakota Johnson, she was in 50 Shades of Grey. She was on the Ellen show, and this was like the first time that people noticed of like Ellen being kind of rude. Um and Ellen being like, "Oh, you didn't invite me to your birthday party." And Dakota's like, "No, that's a lie. I did invite you." And she just like put Ellen in her place. This girl, her name's Megan Rinks. She dressed up like Dakota Johnson in that fucking interview, and I was like, I love that. Like, it was just so niche, and I loved it. Someone today at my job dressed up as Guy Fieri, but he dressed up as Guy Fairy. So it was like basically Guy Fieri with like fairy wings. And it was just so funny. And then there was a group costume and this department, they all dressed up like their manager. And I was dying. I just thought it was so funny. So yeah. Manifesting the 2024 would be our good year. Yes. Agreed. Everyone says the 25. Like when I was turning 25, like 3 weeks ago, so many of my friends told me that 25 was such a good birthday year, like such a good year for them. So I'm hoping 25 is my year. I don't know why I just did that. I am reading the X Hex, and I am 75 pages in. I like read that and I didn't process anything. The X Hex. I literally say that I'm gonna read the X Hex every Halloween. It never happens. Ever since that book came out, never happens. I feel it. I started manifesting that I'm moving to December. We've been knowing this, Jess. I don't do it, dude. I mean, I don't want you to leave, of course. But then I'll have a reason to go to Denver. You'll have a reason to come visit me. And you'll always have a place to stay at my place. And then I'll actually finally go to Denver. Yeah, I say do it. I mean, life's too short, y'all. Life is too short. Yeah, I don't want to look for a job because I like my job. Hey, Summer. Hello. Cuties. If you currently live with your family, just moving into your own place in Cleveland will be a huge change and let you keep your job. Yes. So, I mean, you probably said this before I went on my little rant. So in Cleveland, you need a car. You need a car here to go places, do things. I mean, at least with my lifestyle, I need a car. With doing things, grocery shopping, gym, like just with how I live my life and Cleveland specifically. Oh my god, my nail, it looked like my thumb is cut off. Sorry. Anyway, with my lifestyle here in Cleveland, I need a car. And to the place that I would love to move to is pretty much known for like do not drive there. Like do not have a car. So I feel like with what I get paid now and all of my expenses, like the car, my student loans and everything, I could move out, but like it wouldn't be like that comfortable. So like my hope would be to move to get a job with a better salary and move to that place where I would not need a car and sell my car, which is kind of scary if you think about it. Because like if you're moving somewhere and then you literally just don't have a car, like you're just not driving for like however long you decide to live there. Like I'm sure people in New York that like there's a lot of, oh my god, I just said where I was, but anyway, New York. I was trying so hard not to say it because I'm trying not to jinx it, but like I mean it's pretty much known. A lot of people know that I always wanted to move to New York because like my dream was to or is to work for a publishing company. So, I mean, that's like the dream, working for a publishing company. And I got really close to that here in Cleveland with Overdrive because it's a book related company. But yeah, my dream was always working for a publishing company. You know, like the rom-coms and the ladies that would work at like the magazine or they were journalists. Like I always wanted to live that like Sex and the City dream. And there were so many times that I was just like, yeah, that would never happen. And then recently I was like, why couldn't that happen? You know, like why couldn't I just fucking move to New York? Why not? I could if I try to get a job there and just move over there. Who knows? But yeah, I did think about it. I was just like, if I am in Cleveland, like I don't know, it would just be like, in my mind, it would just feel like a waste of money to just like leave my house because like it's not that bad in my house. But I do get the whole change. Like, of course, it would be a big change. But like financially, like right now, I don't feel like it's that worth it to just move out just for the sake of it. Maybe next year when I turn 26, I'll think about moving out of my own. Maybe I'll be here like one more year if I end up like not moving anywhere next year. But I don't know. Who knows? Like, you're here one day and then I could be in fucking New York next year. Who knows? I recently read Vicious and enjoyed it. It felt pretty different to Addie LaRue to me. Yeah, that's also another thing with V. Schwab is like her books are so different, like fantasy, magical realism, like everything. Oh, okay, never mind. I never look. Remember? Oh wait, what were we talking about? I missed it. For the genres. Well, if it didn't feel like a thriller when you were reading it, like it's okay. I am a lucky witch, and Livy gave me the ebook and audiobook. Yes, it wasn't given thriller, and I never look at what the books are about. That's okay. Got it. You were just a baby. Move northern Midwest. Wait, because I'm 25? You think I'm a baby? I keep getting that. And like, you know, when you were younger, 25 feels like so old. And I feel like such a baby too. Like, well, at least in my job right now, like everyone's married, everyone has kids. Oh my god, my friend. She's like, you want to hit Barnes and Noble and have lunch at Crocker? Hell yeah, I do. Northern Midwest. I live in Ohio, so I'm in the Midwest. So that's North Midwest, right? I don't know what Northern Midwest really means. Where I live, I don't need to drive much, and it's so good being able to walk everything. The library, groceries, coffee shop. I love walking everywhere. Yes, and I mean, I visited New York, and you can walk everywhere. I didn't love New York when I visited, but I also it was just because it was so glorified in like movies, and I just expecting something completely different from what I got. But I think living there would be really cool, even if it's just for like a couple years. And just having like that publishing company experience, like I don't know, that's always been the dream, like watching those rom-coms when you were growing up and like those montages at the beginning of the movie of like the single girl who's has a great career and all that. I don't know, I just loved it. I love the niche costumes. I saw people online dressed as Amanda Bynes in the movie She's the Man, and that's a good one. Yes, I love that movie. That was like my favorite movie when I was little. 25 is good. Your brain is now officially formed, so you'll be making really good decisions. Girl, I hope so. Well, I have been definitely trying to. That is for sure. Yeah. If I was going through what I'm going through right now, like last year or the year before that, I would have been going crazy right now. When I turned 25, I finally got pregnant with Kian after trying for a year and having miscarriages, so it was a good age for me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Miscarriages so more common than I thought. Like, so many people tell me this, and it's so scary. Wisconsin is what I was referring to. Maybe I'll move to Nashville just so I can wear cowboy boots every day, you know? I'm 68, trust me, you're very young and have many life experiences ahead of you. I'm scared. Life is hard. Like, I just don't want to do life sometimes. Because, like, you say stuff like this of, like, you have so many life experiences ahead of you. And I'm just, like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm scared. I'm just an anxiety person. And not knowing scares the shit out of me. And, like, it's just so funny, like, because you never know. Like, I'm at overdrive now. And, like, I don't know how many more jobs I'm going to have for the rest of my life. Or how many more things are going to happen. Like these life experiences, like I feel like I'm going through a very big life lesson right now, and it's so hard Like, I don't wanna go through more hard things, so I'm like, "How many more of these can I take?" I don't know how many I can do. I'm only a bit older than you, but I feel like I'm still young. Yeah, you're young. You're young too, Sharni. Like, you're a mom, but you're young too. Hi, I'm reading The Ravenous Dead. Cool. Well, that was a rant that nobody asked for. Oh, Sharni. Yeah, life is so unpredictable. This is not how I thought my life would go. I know. I definitely know. That's this is so scary. Um, scared. I don't want to do life anymore. Like, you just never ever fucking know. But the universe has a plan for us, I guess. um, yeah, everything's in its timing. What's meant for you will be, and all of that. So, let's do another sprint for 40. I'm gonna try to start the couple at number 9. Sounds interesting. I'm gonna start it during the sprint. We can do another 40 if that's cool with everybody. And yeah, we'll see where we are when that's over. I'm gonna share my screen. And yeah, we'll read for 40 and I'll be back. Hello. How did everybody do during that sprint? I started the couple at number 9 and I read 40 pages. So, pretty good progress. I am enjoying this quite a bit. There's a ton of different POVs. Yeah, it seems really interesting. There's like a dual timeline, multiple POVs, and it's pretty good so far. I mean, I've read 40 pages, so pretty interesting. Yeah, let me know what you guys read in the comments. Excuse me. It seems like the trick-or-treaters are done for tonight. It's 9:45, so I think it's pretty much done for all of the Halloween trick-or-treaters. I feel like I read this one already. Katie said, the best advice I received was to hire on with a big employer. I chose UNIV of University of Cincinnati, worked there 38 years and retired with a healthy pension. I could change jobs without losing seniority. Very nice. Happy Halloween, Liv. I saw your pictures with Kendall, your spooky ghost photos, but did you dress up as anything else this year? I don't think I saw anything. Let me look. Yeah, these were so cute. I loved. I wonder, did your husband take these pictures or something? They're really nice. I love those. Those are so cute. Anyway, let's see here. Update 30% in and made tacos. Nice. Tacos sound so good. We had a food truck today at work, and it was like German food, and I had pierogies for the first time. They were good. I had pierogies and sauerkraut, so it was my first time having pierogies. And for dinner, I had made lobster mac and cheese. It was like a bag from Aldi. I had made it yesterday, and I had leftovers, so that's what I had for dinner tonight, lobster mac and cheese. And earlier I was eating some yogurt. You probably saw that on camera. But tacos sounds great. I kind of want tacos tomorrow now. That sounds so good. Just past the halfway point of The Rabbit is Dead. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Let's look up Goodreads first. Oh wait, I don't know why Goodreads has been like so slow today. Like it's taking forever to load, or I don't know if it's just like my laptop specifically, because like if I look up anything else is going up so fast, and then Goodreads is taking forever. Oh, it's Darcy Coates. I don't think I've ever read anything by Darcy Coates, so they're horror, right? Yeah, I've never read anything by Darcy Coates before. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, I think it's about that time. It's supposed to be 10. Yeah, I've never read anything by Darcy Coates, but this one's good. It's the second book in a series called The Grave Keeper. Interesting. Yep, it's part 1 of her series. Nice. Yeah, Goodreads is being odd. Let's see. Now it's fine. Great, as I'm talking about it. Fun. Oh, somebody just read Divine Rivals. Love that. Love that for them. All right, let's see here. Just got here. Hey, just finished the spooky Halloween festivities. Now ready to crawl into bed with a book, reading Wild by Cheryl Strayed. Very nice. I've been meaning to read like a memoir like that in a while. I watched the movie for that book, but I haven't read it. I do own Eat, Pray, Love. It's somewhere in my room, and I've been meaning to read that for years. But Wild, I watched the movie, and it's pretty good. Excuse me. That journey that she goes on, like I've thought about like wanting to do something like that, but I know that I could never do that. It's so crazy. Yeah. I would probably do that like in a group setting, like if anyone has read what is that Abby Jimenez book? The one with the Happiness for Beginners. It's basically no, it's not Abby Jimenez, it's Catherine Center. Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Center. It's like about this group of people that go hiking like that. Like, they have to make their own food and like, they have to camp and stuff for like a while. Um, but like in a group setting with like an expert, like somebody that knows what they're doing. Wild is pretty much like a memoir about this woman that decides to hike the trail. I forget what the trail is called. Let me see. The Pacific Crest Trail, and from the Mojave Desert through California and Oregon to Washington State, all alone. Like she literally does it all by herself. There's fucking wolves out there. She has to cook on a little thing, and like she's crazy. She's never done it before, and it's pretty wild. At 22, Cheryl thought she had lost everything in the wake of her mother's death. Her family scattered, and her own marriage was soon destroyed. 4 years later, with nothing more to lose, she made the most impulsive decision of her life. With no experience or training, driven only by blind will, she would hike more than 1,000 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail. That's crazy. Wait, so she was 22 and she decided to do that 4 years later? So she was what? 23, 24, 25, 26. At 26 years old? Oh, they changed that in the movie because, Reese Witherspoon plays her in the movie and she's much older. So I thought it was like, I didn't think Cheryl was that young when she did that. That's interesting. Told with suspense and style, sparkling with warmth and humor, while it powerfully captures the terrors and pleasures of one young woman forging ahead against all odds on a journey that maddened, strengthened, and ultimately healed her. Beautiful. Wow. I did not know she was that young. I thought she was like much older. Interesting. And then Eat, Pray, Love. I've read other stuff by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it's so funny because I've read like something that's not a memoir at all by Elizabeth Gilbert. It was City of Girls, and I really, really liked it. But yeah, I've been meaning to read Eat, Pray, Love, and this one was when Elizabeth Gilbert turned 30. She went through an onslaught midlife crisis. She had everything an educated, ambitious American woman was supposed to want a husband, a house, a successful career, but instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, she was consumed with panic, grief, and confusion. She went through a divorce, crushing depression, another failed love, and the eradication of everything she ever thought was supposed to be. To recover from all of this, Gilbert took a radical step in order to give herself the time and space to find out who she really was and what she really wanted. She got rid of all her belongings, quit her job, and undertook a year-long journey around the world all alone. This is white privilege though. Like how do you just like how like I literally if I were to quit my job right now and got rid of all my shit and just decided to travel around the world, like I would starve. Like where is the money coming from? And what do you do when you get back and you have $0? And you like, huh? Like how do you do this? This is something that it's always so wild to me that like people see this as such like a brave thing to do, but like it's so privileged sometimes because like not everybody can do this. Not everyone can just like up and leave and not have any responsibilities. Like what do I do? Like I quit my job, okay, I get rid of all my shit. Who's paying for my student loans? And who's paying? Well, I guess I wouldn't need a phone, but how am I going to pay for my phone if I need my phone? How am I going to pay for my car if I still have to pay for that? Like, how? I don't get it. Anyway, her aim was to visit 3 places where she could examine one aspect of her own nature, set against the backdrop of a culture that has traditionally done the one thing very well. In Rome, she studied the art of pleasure, learning to speak Italian and gaining the 23 happiest pounds of her life. India was the art of devotion, and with the help of native guru and surprisingly wise cowboy from Texas, she embarked on 4 uninterrupted months of spiritual exploration. In Bali, she studied the art of balance between worldly enjoyment and divine transcendence. She became the pupil of an elderly medicine man and also fell in love with in the best way, unexpectedly. What? Is she still married? Did she get married again? I wonder. I wonder if she like got married to that guy she met over there. I've seen this movie too. This one's with Julia Roberts. And spouse. No, she got divorced again. She was married in 94 to 2002, and then she got married 2007 to 2016. So I'm assuming she doesn't have a husband anymore. Who is this a guy from the book? Roy Ellis. Oh no, did he die? Wait, what? I'm confused. Second husband, Jose, the Brazilian importer. Oh my god, she did marry the guy she met in that book. But they got divorced. Interesting. How old was Elizabeth Gilbert? Oh my god, I'm just on a fucking rant here. She was 33 when she did this. State of depression, anxiety, and shame for nearly 3 years. Interesting. See, like, my ass wants to do this, but, like, how can I? Just quit my job? And then when I get back, what do I do? Like, what do I do? It just... Oh, sorry. I'm planning on watching the movie after I finish the book. Heard it's on Netflix. The, Wild. I've seen it for sure. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, though. But Eat, Pray, Love, I've also seen that movie, and I really liked it. It's a good movie. I heard about Wild from Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. I never got into Gilmore Girls, so I never got to watch that reunion, but that's so funny that they did like a reference to Wild on that. That's funny. I remember going to the Gilmore Girl, like whenever that Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life thing happened, they did pop-ups like all over the country. And I remember going to one of those here in Cleveland. They did like a coffee pop-up shop. It was like a Netflix thing. And I went and it was pretty cute. But like I didn't even watch Gilmore Girls. Like I was such a fake fan. But yeah. Anyway, it is about to be 10. I still need to shower and stuff. So I think I'm gonna be ending the live here. But thank you so much for hanging out on Halloween with me and reading with me. I know it's shorter. I know I usually do like 3 sprints, and we only did 2 today, but I feel pretty tired. I still need to shower and get all this blood off of me. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out and listening to my rant because I went on a lot of them today. So I appreciate y'all, and I will most likely, hopefully, be here next Tuesday. On live. I usually announce it on Instagram whether or not I'm going to be going live. So I will see you next week. Bye.